Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support of the channel. Keep it coming. We're getting there. We're almost to 1,000. Almost to 1,000. Hey, we have Porani back in his KV-2 Tier 6 Russian heavy tank. He's got the big derp on there. The big derp. You know, overall, big derp guns, not a huge fan of them in the game. This is one of the legacy derp guns, though. This one has been around for a long time, and it works on the KV-2 as far as not breaking the game too badly. Let's see if he gets a shot here. Nicely done. 375 onto a Tiger 2. Because it's not mounted on a giant super heavy chassis like the Type 4 and 5, and it's a Tier 6, which means it sees plenty of 2-tier above kind of tanks. The OHO is similar in that it doesn't break the game too badly because it's buried down at Tier 8, but when you get to the Tier 9 and 10 tanks, just kind of silly. The thing about these tanks is it just negates armor. Armor has nothing to do with it, but this thing is a very derpy large gun, whereas the Type 4 and the Type 5, and even to some extent the OHO, are fairly accurate for giant derp guns. But anyway, enough of that whining about derp guns. You can see that he misses that, or gets a first shot in on the Tiger 2. He allows the Churchill to drive out, get killed, and create some armor for him, and then he fires in there, and he... Wait a minute. He has bounced an HE shell off of the Ferdinand. Bounced an HE shell off of the Ferdinand. Probably hit the Ferdinand's gun. Maybe the mantlet. For some reason, when HE shells hit guns, they do virtually no damage. Whereas if you splash next to somebody, you might actually do something. It's very strange how that is mech'd. Looking for another shot on the Ferdinand. He's doing a nice job there, but the Tiger is sort of picking at him, and now he's down to a one-shot to several of the tanks in the game. You can see that the enemy has won the east side. You can see that there's quite a few stacked up here in front of Porani's team, but it's 2-3. Then we get a 3001H who comes over here and does something very silly. Do not do this. Do not drive out with your side in a Tier 6 tank to a KV-2, or you will get deleted for 950 damage on a pin. And that's why this tank is fun. It does things like that. You've got the IKV, a little unfortunate sequence here. One thing that you do have to watch out for with the HE guns is they will detonate the HE shell on various things. Boxes in front of you, fence posts, little walls. The thin walls you can shoot through with other rounds will detonate the HE round, and the HE round will not go any further. So that is one of the weaknesses of it. While it negates armor, it does have some things that you have to watch out for. Santa Mel's getting crushed by the IKV. You'll watch that Porani has to wait till he reloads. For a moment I thought that VC was going to go across, but he's actually over on the other side of the map. And there we go, deleted now the IKV. You've got to be careful and pick your shots. Try not to stand out in front of people and let them shoot you. The Carnarvon has the attention of the KV-2. Porani comes in here, puts his pipper right on there. I'm thinking, oh, the Tiger just got away, and then he backs up and right into the side of the turret. Unfortunately, not enough, not a pin. Even 90 rages, and I think the even 90 would have done really well to have just come around the corner and go after the KV-2 who had just fired. However, look at what we got going on now. So let's discuss this for just a moment. The Carnarvon's got a near-dead Tiger 2 to deal with. There's an M12 sitting back here sort of helping him doing the TD thing, the RD-TD thing. And there's an even 90 who is trouble, but there's a bunch of tanks sitting on cap. I think right here, Porani, had you turned and gone back to cap, that would have helped out, especially as the even 90 decided not to go after you. Problem is he could have run you down, and if he gets in behind you, that's a big issue. So we get down to 3, and now we turn back around and definitely need to be working back towards the cap. The Charioteer and the Easy 8 do a decent job of some resets, giving you guys some time. They take down the Pudel, but they also get the Charioteer out. The Reds do, and now it's just an Easy 8 who is probably in big trouble. He's got some hit points, but not enough. We come out here, poor even 90 gets deleted for 787 on a pin. But just that little pause, the not turning around immediately after you had killed the Tiger 2, kind of messing around again, coming back around here and messing around with the even 90, and unfortunately we're not able to get another reset in there because the EZ8 gets killed by the VC. We'll come around this corner, looking for some more damage. Maybe we'll get lucky here. That's a great example of HE. You've got to thread it between those posts right there. Those posts are actually not destructible, so any round would have been stopped by it, but with a derpy gun, it's harder to thread it through small spaces like that. And the Carnarvon just can't quite get there, and they end up losing this game. 4 kills, 3,301 damage. Nicely done as far as that goes. Just a little late to react to what's going on behind you. It's very possible the even 90 breaks loose, and while you're over there trying to reset the cap, he gets in behind you and takes you down. But I think that was your best chance to get over there and to start help, especially if you could have come across earlier into this little route, this little lane right here, and started shooting these guys in the side while the EZ8 was still alive, or maybe take some of the pressure off him so he could stay alive. But anyway, nicely done, man. A couple good things, a couple bad things. A good example of the derp gun KV-2 and the things you've got to do with it. Be very patient with your reload. Took some early hits, lost some early hit points that kind of hurt you, but nicely done later on, getting very careful and starting to delete guys right and left. All right, thanks for tuning in, fellas. We will see you.